In this step, we will now get our static button back, okay? And we will pause the audio. So this actually will go a little bit faster because all we need to do is copy our first function and statements. And then let's go ahead and paste like so. And now what we're going to do is this next function is going to be our pause audio. So remember, our second image had the ID of pause me, and then our event was calling on click, our event was calling the function pause audio. Okay, so now we're going to change X play to X pause, like so. So now what's going to happen is, excuse me, X, or my audio, will be set to pause instead of play. So what we're going to do is we're going to now reverse the outcome of each of our statements for get our element by ID. So what we will do is we will set the static graphic back to block, and we will set the animated GIF graphic to none, like so. And let's go ahead and save. And we'll update our page. And we should be able to play, and we'll hear our audio, and we should be able to click, and then, that was not working. Let me go see if I did something wrong there. All right, so I'm gonna go back to my code, and I inversed two letters here. So this should be AU. I'm sure you caught that while I was typing it, and I did not. All right, so let's go ahead and save, and we will update, and let's see if it works this time. All right, so we will click. We have our audio, we have our animated GIF. We'll click, our audio is paused, and we've hidden the animated GIF, and we are again showing the static graphic. Okay, so now what we're going to do, just because it's kind of nifty, is when this is playing, okay, what I want to have happen is when the audio is done playing, I want to go back to the graphic, which is static. So we need to be able to detect when we get to the end of our audio. All right, so let's go back to our code. And now, after this second function, we're going to create another variable. So variable, or just var, and we're going to get at our audio, and that is just shortened to audio here, equals document, and we're going to get at our element by ID audio. So document dot get element by ID, and this time we're going to again get at my audio, make sure we have our semicolon, and then go ahead and drop down, and let's do our short for audio dot onEnded equals, and our function, Then we'll add a space. And we have our curly braces. And now what I'm going to do is I need to get these two statements. And we'll paste these two inside. Okay. So now we're creating a variable, and I just shortened audio. Okay. And what we're going to do is get at our element by ID, my audio. We're going to put my audio into odd, short for audio. So now when audio dot onEnded, so we're testing, or we're looking for onEnded. So when onEnded happens for my audio, we're going to have a function. This function is going to call or execute these two statements, which is basically set play me back to block and pause me back to none, which would be the same thing that happens here had we actually clicked on the button. Okay, so let's go ahead and save. And we'll go, I'll update the page. Now, this audio file happens to be 30 seconds long, so I don't want you to wait for 30 seconds. So I'm going to start it. I'm going to pause the video for maybe like 20 seconds, and then I'll start the video again, so we only have to listen to the audio for a short amount of time. So here's our audio starting. All right, so I'm playing the video again, and you'll notice that when our audio stopped, our graphic returned to the static. Okay, so what will happen is we'll play our audio. Okay, we can pause our audio. If we play the audio, when the audio gets to the end, on its end, then basically our last function, our third function, will, because the audio is over, we'll go ahead and switch out the GIF file for the PNG. All right, so using graphics to represent the ability to turn your audio on and off, and then we're able to toggle the audio on and off with JavaScript.